Everyone to skincare and beauty with PerkiPerkins. On my channel today, I'll be doing a full glam makeup tutorial which features the reverse cat eye. So if you're interested in seeing how I went from this to this, make sure you guys keep on watching, and don't forget, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, like the video, and let's go. So I'll be starting with my eyebrows today, you guys. And as always, I love beginning with my Benefit 24-hour brow setter, and I just actually lightly brush it through my hair, making sure it's not too thick, and I kind of comb them up because I do have very thin, pitiful brows. Now taking the Goof Proof in shade 4.5, as you can see, it has a thicker edge, but it's still very creamy, you guys. And not waxy feeling, which is something I always look for in brow products. I'm very particular. And as you saw, I used the little comb on the other end to actually comb up my brow hairs, because at that point the brow gel has already started drying down, and it just helps me shape them out a little bit better and make them look a little bit more fuller, because I don't have much brows. Once I make sure that the bottom line is basically shaped out, what I'm actually doing is going back with the thicker Goof Proof and slightly filling in the sparse areas of my brows. Now don't worry if it feels or looks a little dark, because we're going to still go back and brush it out, any of that superly excess product. Now, with the Benefit Precisely My Brows, I really love the fine point tip of this of this pencil. And again, doing these steps makes it so I don't go through too many of these Precisely My Brows. But I go to the front of my brow hairs, I lightly just kind of like fill it in and create little fake hairs, and then I just start brushing it out. And again, doing these steps makes it so that you're not wasting so much product. It makes it for a lot cleaner and smoother shaping, in my opinion, because I'm literally following the shape of my brow hairs. And at the very end, I don't have to clean up too much. And as you can see here, I'm just lining it out and then combing it out, and that's it. At the very, very end of the video, I'll go back and I'll actually, typically just clean them up just a tad bit more. But beautiful, fluffy brows. And again, you don't need very much concealer or cleanup once you're done. Now I'm taking the Benefit Boing Concealer, and I am going to use it to clean up the brows. It has a very nice applicator. It's a little bit more on the flexible side, just so you guys are aware. And again, I'm just using it to shape it, and then I just take my little concealer brush and just clean it up. It doesn't, again, I didn't really need this much concealer, and any little excess I have, I'm using that to clean up the top of my brows. And for today's look, the reason I did my brows first, because I wanted to keep this a little bit more natural, and if I did my brows last, when I did concealing, it would, pop out a little bit more. So I'm able to blend this concealer that's, again, brighter than my skin tone. I'm able to conceal it with and blend it with my foundation. But again, very easy, very simple, and we're done. And now to the next step. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can use the Makeup Geek's brand new Skin Brilliance Facial Elixir. They did give this to me randomly, so I'm pretty shocked. But as you see, the first step, I'm using it as basically as a glowing primer underneath my foundation. It's very nice, very dewy. It's very watery, and I'm used to using something more like the Glow Recipe one, but it was still very nice in my opinion. And it did help a little bit with the pores, so I will appreciate that. But next, I took my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless foundation, and I added 2 drops of the elixir into the formula. Now I mixed it. I need to tell you guys a funny story, and I left it on purpose. As you can see, I swiped it on my face, and I'm like, why is it so light? I didn't think about it. I thought it was just the lights. until my son tells me, "Mommy, why are you so pasty?" I accidentally grabbed the wrong foundation shade. I have two. This is my winter shade, and I did not grab my summer shade, you guys. So this is shade 2. I should have grabbed shade 4. So yeah, funny story. But at this point, it's like, I had already put it all over my face, and I didn't want to wipe down my skin prep. So I just applied a little bit more of shade 4. Again, normally I would never do this, but it still worked out, luckily, because I thinned it out a little bit with the elixir, and I got it a little bit darker, a little bit warmer, but super heavy. So my bad this time. Now I'm going in with the Wonder Beauty Dualist Concealer. I really like this. It's a little bit more on the medium coverage, but you got a liquid on one side and then you have your cream on the other side. And I really appreciate it. The cream side works great for spot concealing as well because it matches perfectly to my foundation when it matches, of course. When I put the concealer everywhere I needed it, then I spritzed my face with the Laura Geller setting mist, and I started tapping everything out onto my skin with the BK Beauty brush. And I'll make sure to list all the brushes down below, you guys. And I do have a discount code for BK Beauty, and they actually are starting a sale for their 2-year anniversary. So I'll put all that information down below. Don't forget, you guys, if you guys do want to purchase any of the products I feature in this video, I'll always try to have it link it down below. I need to do better at doing this. Now this is just a little bit of a lip mask because my lips been so bad as of late because of this heat. Next, I'm taking the Pure Cosmetics Camo Contour in Light. Y'all, I actually purchased this nearly a year ago during Boxy pop-up or add-ons, whatever it is. And I don't know why I didn't use it sooner. This shade is gorgeous. It's very easy to apply and it blends out beautifully. It just gives me such a great warmth. And as you can see, I applied the contour to the areas that I needed, where I had the hollows of my cheekbones, and then with my brush I did spray it. The moisture actually helps the blending and it makes it less thick, and especially with me layering so much foundation, that's what I need. I need blendability but without adding too much coverage, if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not a makeup artist, I'm just an enthusiast, and I'm trying to learn my own tips and tricks. But as you see, it blends out beautifully, and usually whenever I wet my brushes or sponges, it really just makes it for a smoother application without the other products lifting up. And I do try to do more liquids and creams. Now in this portion, I actually took the concealer brush, and with no more product, I did apply just a little bit more of that cream from Wonder Beauty, and I actually defined a little bit more of my nose contour. And now I'm using the Pat McGrath under eye powder, and it's one of the most beautiful under eye powders ever, and I love it. Now again, the third way you guys can use the elixir, I applied it on the top as a highlighter. It gives you like that more, subtle glow within kind of vibe, which is very, very pretty. Totally my jam. But again, I probably would keep on using it as under my makeup or mixing it with the foundation, because I'm not big on doing liquid highlighters anyways. Now, as you saw, I actually applied the Rare Beauty liquid blush. I believe this is shade Joy. It's one of the minis I got in a set, but I will make sure to leave the correct shade down in the bottom just in case it's the wrong one, because I have 3 of them. But I just applied a few little dots, and the shade is stunning. Now, again, I have a lot of foundation, so I had to go back after using the brush and just tap it out a little bit with the sponge, and it did beautifully. Actually, I really love how it looks, and it gives you just a beautiful flush tone, in my opinion. Again, this is great for like a natural or a more full coverage beat. Now, right now, to set my makeup, I am taking the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Finishing Powder. It's like one of my holy grails when it comes to finishing powders, especially for a pressed powder. Though I do have a new one that is kind of rivaling it, so I'm gonna probably put it to the test, you guys. But I really love the finish. It gives you almost like a matte satiny finish, and again, without getting cakey or anything like that. Next, I went in with the Charlotte Tilbury Mini Film Start Bronzer. So it has a nice soft bronzing shade and a highlighter. And oh my gosh, you guys, stunning. I actually been hoarding it for months, and I've just began using it this last couple weeks, and it's just so beautiful. Again, it gives you just the perfect warmth of color. Now, this is my favorite brush from BK Beauty for my nose contour because it has the perfect little shape, so I could take it from like where my brows are and just line it up. Again, I just want to create a little bit more definition in the center and the bridge of my nose, basically, because I do have a little bit more of a wider nose, as you can see. I don't want to make it super thin. I just want to create that little bit of natural shadowing, so it just kind of gives you more definition, you know what I mean? And once I'm done defining the nose, and as you see, I'm shaping out all the contours because it just really does refine it quite a bit, actually. um, I'm going to try to do like a video showing the before and after kind of thing. But it just really does refine everything, and it's very beautiful. Next, I took the highlighter using the Hank and Henry Melly brush, and I just added just a little touch on areas that I felt I wanted a little bit more glow, because again, I did use quite a bit of mattifying products. And now we're moving on to the lips. I did start off with the Gerard Cosmetics lip liner in nude, if I remember correctly. Now, sadly, when I got to my upper lip section, the lip liner tip broke on me twice. So I only filled it in lightly, but it was still perfectly fine. It worked out. Now I'm taking the Gerard Cosmetics Bullet Lipstick in French Toast. It's one of my favorite shades actually to use. It's in my purse, you guys, all the time because it goes with everything for any occasion. And then I'm going to follow it up with the Tower 28 Beauty Gloss in Cashew, which I received in one of my Ipsy bags actually that I pay for. Now, I would like to note, you guys, I do have a 30% off discount code with Gerard Cosmetics, so if you guys would like to use it, I would greatly appreciate it. It is affiliated. It's PerkiPerkins, or I have the link down below. Now, for eyeshadow primer, y'all know the Clean Canvas by Gerard is my holy grail. All you need is very little and just blend it out, and you can use it either slightly wet or dry. It's up to you. Now we move to the reverse eyeliner look that everyone's been doing online these days, and I'm actually using the KVD Beauty cake liner, the black one we got in Ipsy. It's like a travel size or whatever. It's very creamy, and that's why I decided to use it. And it actually stayed put pretty well, and it blended out very easily. I'm using kind of like a blending brush to buff it out, but without making a mess, basically. And there was no other product on there, and I did try to like buff on the top lash line a little bit of that excess, but actually it worked out really nicely. So I really do like the liner. I just wish it was a little bit more long wearing, you guys. Now I'm going into my Viseart palette that we received in BoxyCharm, I think back in winter during Luxe month, and I went in with one of the lighter shades, and I just applied it to the crease, avoiding like the center area. I just wanted to create some depth and definition on my lids. And the second brush is actually a clean brush. Again, I'm just trying to buff out all the edges and make sure they're smooth and not all roughed up. Now with a more fluffy brush, I'm going into the second lightest shade, and I'm using that again to buff and blend, but also to add a little bit of that color because I didn't set the concealer nor did I set the eyeshadow base. So I wanted to make sure those areas were set, and you know, there's a little bit of color that at least complemented my skin tone versus it looking very bright. So in this part, we're just going to continue to blending all the edges. You want to make sure it's nicely smooth and, you know, kind of even. And next you saw with a smaller kind of tapered brush, I actually um, mixed both the dark brown and the black color to kind of buff out the lower lash line and just kind of smoke it out. And then I cleaned up my under eyes in case I had any fallout, and I was done, you guys. This look, if it wasn't that I was on camera, I would say it could take an easy 30-40 minutes. If you already had your pieces all put together, you look very glamorous, full coverage, but very minimal work, you guys. So let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions on the look. I'm really happy with it, and I loved how it came out, and I love that subtle glow. And overall I actually really liked the Makeup Geek Elixir. Let me know your guys' opinion on those kind of serums to go in your foundation or skin. Are you guys for it? And let me know. And if you guys have any ideas, I would love to hear them for my next video. And before you guys head out, I would greatly appreciate if you haven't joined the Perky family, you guys hit that subscribe button, and I hope you guys can give my video a big old thumbs up. And again, I would appreciate if you guys left me a comment. Let me know what you guys think of the video or any future ideas. Thank you all so much for your time. Take care, be safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.